As a young Australian, have you ever thought to yourself, I want to do more. I want more adventure. I want to give back to my community. Well, if the answer is yes, I might have a job for you that ticks all three boxes. A career in the Australian Defence Force. And to help you figure out whether this career is perfect for you, I'm going to do the research. The Australian Defence Force, or ADF, offer jobs in a variety of roles. In fact, there are over 200 unique jobs to choose from. All of these roles will not only give you financial security within an enjoyable working environment, they also present your chance for self-development and to give back to the community. You will be fully trained and supported, plus there will be many opportunities to advance to higher positions. Aboriginals and Torres Strait Islanders have a long history of serving in the Australian Defence Force. In fact, they have made a significant contribution to protecting Australia and its national interests for over 100 years. Today, I'm chatting with Lance Corporal Natalie to find out more.
Hi Rebecca, nice to finally meet you.
Hey Natalie. I've got some questions about joining the Australian Defence Force.
Yeah, sure, come in. So what would you like to know?
How long have you been in the Australian Defence Force and what's your job title?
I've been in the Army for about 6 years now. I'm a supply coordinator.
As an Indigenous Australian, what made you decide that you wanted to get involved?
What really made me get involved was the fact that Army tends to incorporate a lot of Indigenous culture into its ceremonies and drill practices. Plus, I have a grandfather who served in Vietnam.
Okay, let's get to the fun stuff. What do you get up to in a typical day?
Get up early in the morning, about 6:30, spend about an hour and a half at the gym doing weights, cardio. Afterwards, you go have your shower, you go sit back down at your office, and from there, I'm a part of the specialist recruiting team, and I go and liaise and network with most Aboriginal land councils, community members and elders across New South Wales.
What's the most exciting thing you've done since you've been part of the Australian Defence Force?
The most exciting thing I've ever done was my 8-month trip over to Dubai. I was in charge of the remediation section there, went swimming with dolphins. So for me, that was a pretty good experience, especially meeting the American Army and the British Army. It's probably one of the greatest experiences I've had so far.
How do you feel this experience has shaped you as a person?
My character just developed. The training, it breaks you down and rebuilds you back up. I've learned so much from the Defence Force about myself personally and as an Aboriginal in the Defence Force. If anything, I've come to love my culture more from being in the Army because they're very accepting of who I am and what I do.
If you could list from school to now, what steps does somebody need to take to become part of the Australian Defence Force?
Well, they would need to have passes in their Year 10s for Maths and English if they're going into a trade, a few other subjects, or even for officer role. From there, they'd need to grab all their documents, study their job role, study what it is they want to do, call 13-1901, and ask the case manager to book them in for a U session, and then we can start their application from there.
What characteristics do you reckon best suit this line of work?
We are looking for those candidates that already have initiative, respect, courage and teamwork. If they feel that they can do this job, by all means, perhaps a job within the Defence Force is best suited for them. It's a very structured life, it's a very disciplined life, but by all means, it's very rewarding.
And if you could do one thing differently, but still end up where you are today, what would it be?
Probably would have tried a bit harder at school, that's one thing. But I absolutely love my job, and I pretty much wouldn't change a lot because I don't think I would have had the experiences I would have had if I changed anything.
Well, thanks for your time, Natalie. It's been really great talking to you.
No worries, Rebecca, thank you.
If Natalie's words and experience have inspired you and you want to find out more, jump onto studentedge.com.au.